Ladies and gentlemen, this is part 1 of the podcast, and this is
the old.
And this is the new, and together we are the old to the new podcast. Now we will be starting off with fantasy football, and number 1 in fantasy football rankings in 2015 is Le'Veon Bell. What you got on that, the old?
Boy, you know I love me some Le'Veon Bell. What a stud. He can carry that rock, and he got soft hands to catch that ball out of the backfield.
Now number 2 ranking in 2015 fantasy football is Eddie Lacy, the old. What you got on that?
I like Eddie Lacy. A couple of weeks ago, he was ranked number 1. I think they got the rankings right this time. He's a good, strong running back. He can carry the ball. He can catch the ball also out of the backfield.
And number 3, my favorite speed running back in the league. It is running back from Kansas City Chiefs, Jamaal Charles. What you got on that, the old?
Yo, JC, we got the same initials, so I'm loving Jamaal Charles. If he's healthy this year, he's going to make a lot of fantasy owners proud.
At number 4 is my man from Minnesota Vikings, Adrian Peterson. What you got on that, old?
All day. AP is back. I'm looking for him to have over 2,000 yards rushing. I think he's going to make a lot of fantasy owners happy this year, running that rock.
At number 5, it is my boy, Beast Mode. Throw the Skittles. It is Marshawn Lynch. And now what you got on that, old?
Marshawn Lynch, I was thinking that he was going to be ranked a little higher, but the guys that's ahead of him, I think everything is falling right in line.
At number 6, bow down to him, Arian Foster out of the Houston Texans. What you got on that, old?
I think that's another good pick. The first 6 picks was nothing but running backs, no?
And now to number 7, my man, your man, Antonio Brown. So what you got on that, old?
Yo, the first wide receiver on the fantasy board. I'm loving that pick. I love Antonio Brown. He's going to get a lot of catches. He get a lot of yards after the catch, so he get a lot of points every week.
And now at number 8, I'll be talking about this one, C.J. Anderson. You got Peyton Manning throwing to you. If he goes out of the backfield, you got just him running. And then at number 9, out of the Chicago Bears, Matt Forte. What you got on that, old?
I'm going to step back to number 8. That's a head scratcher right there, C.J. Anderson. And then I'm going to jump start right there to Matt Forte, a good, strong running back if you can get him on your team.
At number 10, you got DeMarco Murray that left the Dallas Cowboys, sadly, but it's going to Philadelphia Eagles. And what you got on that, old?
If he could stay healthy, last year he had a big year. That was the only year that he was healthy out of the last 4. So if he stay healthy, he'll have a big fantasy season.
At number 11, Demaryius Thomas out of the Denver Broncos.
Demaryius Thomas, the number 2 receiver on the list. I cannot believe it. But he's going to have a strong season because I know he's happy he has signed another contract.
At number 12, we got Shady McCoy going to the Buffalo Bills. And it is the running back, Shady McCoy. And now what you got on that, old?
Hey, I think if you can get Shady at 12, that's a steal. I love Shady. I think he's going to do some big things in Buffalo. At
number 13, the dancing man, Rob Gronkowski, do the spike. And my thoughts on that, Tom Brady is going to be suspended, so Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have a lot of touchdowns to Rob Gronkowski to keep this season alive. At number 14, our man from the Dallas Cowboys, Dez Bryant. What you got on that, the old?
Hey, on Gronk, first tight end off the board. And as we speak right now, we don't know if Tom Brady is going to get 4 games or no games. Let's look out for that. Number 14, the X-Man, Dez Bryant. Another happy camper because he just signed a new contract. So I'm looking for big things in fantasy this year.
I'll be talking about the next 3 picks. At number 15, the one-handed catch, Odell Beckham, OBJ. And then at number 16, Jordy Nelson out of Green Bay getting thrown from Aaron Rodgers. At number 17, Julio Jones. At number 18, Megatron. And it's crazy that he's going to 18. But Megatron, Calvin Johnson, what you got on that, the old?
Hey, I like Dez Bryant at number 14. Odell Beckham, I think it's a little high. Jordy Nelson, he's a real good compliment to any team. Julio Jones, I think that's a little bit too high for 17. Megatron, solid fantasy player every year.
At number 19, a man that just keeps coming. It is A.J. Green. And at number 20, Green Bay Packers. Before we sign out, what's your thoughts on that, though?
Hey, A.J. Green, if I was you, I would put him on the bench because he stayed hurt a lot. Listen, we're about to sign out, but we're going to go with part 2 of the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're going to take a quick water break.